This is a call.
As a man with no life, I'm gonna do something different here, and this is a call for an uprising is wrong series saga. Do some running commentary in a video he made about a week ago about Hellboy, because I don't agree with a lot of stuff he said. I have no editing skills, so I'm gonna try to, shoot this kind of off the cuff. Pause when I need to and flashback. This you see my lovely cartoon avatar here. I worked so hard on. You'll see this sometimes when I'm trying to do my commentary. So let's go. Let's do this.
For an uprising, welcome to today's show.
Lovely title there, call, by the
I
way.
really do a video on this
Very
because
thoughtful. Very thoughtful.
for itself, does it not? But still, I want to show you some of the same signs and symbols that I keep showing you in the repetition with the bloodbaths and the Freemasonry, right? Always paying homage to it. It's in everything and it's everywhere. And that is for this trailer.
Did you ever think, call? Maybe it's not in everything and everywhere, and you're just seeing it everywhere. Maybe you're paranoid a little bit. Also, the whole is even if I need to talk about this, yet you felt compelled to make a video about it, didn't you? I know I did too. I guess we're in the same boat, but I mean, in my defense, I feel like I'm standing up for Hellboy a little bit because I saw the other two movies. I don't like them, and I don't hate the character. No, I don't think he's the best character, and I don't know about the new movie. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm just giving it the benefit. I don't look that bad. All right, let's continue.
For Hellboy. Now, I don't know what you got to be doing on a Friday night or a Tuesday night, or maybe even you're a matinee goer, to actually want to leave your home to sit and watch such garbage. Look at this big red.
First of all, you talk about repetition of signs. Your videos are repetitive, dude. You're repeating repetitive. That's not works. Your videos are repeating the same stuff, dude. It's all signs here, signs there, signs everywhere. Satanists, occultists, pagans, Wiccans, cage them all. Yeah, you like to cage people, don't you? You want to put them in cages. That's all you talk about. And you talk about how you're always threatened and victimized, and the Christians and the truthers, and there's always something to hide. What else do you talk about a lot? About how Hollywood's programming children, about your weird demon aliens. You talk about repetition also. You talk about trash. Your videos are trash, bro. Your videos are trash. They're clickbaity. You lie all the time. I've proven your lies. At least you're gonna call something trash. At least Hellboy, for all its faults, it might have faults, but at least it's not out here lying about stuff. And by the way, I might try to cut away more often because I think there's a rule. I'm not sure about this on YouTube. I can't show more than 30 seconds of another video. So I'm going to try to make sure I don't do that. Okay, and I don't want to get this flagged or whatever. Let's go.
Thing, right? Obviously, I mean, we know who that's supposed to be. It doesn't take a rocket scientist, even though if you go to the wiki page, Hellboy's a fictional superhero. The character first appeared in 1993, since appeared in various miniseries, blah, blah, blah. A well-meaning half-demon whose true name is Anung Un Rama. And upon his brow is set a crown of flame. Hellboy was summoned from hell to earth as a baby on October 5th by Nazi occultists. He was...
Wow, you actually do know how to read a Wikipedia page. I'm impressed. It's funny how you get so many things wrong in your videos, then. Funny how that works, huh, there, call boy. So, wait, the funny thing about this is, we know who that's supposed to represent. Clearly meaning the devil. Even though you literally read a Wikipedia page where it tells you exactly who he is. I don't know how more cut and dry you could make this, man. If I make a fictional character, and this character is a Messiah, and would you just say automatically, oh, it's just Jesus? So what, any Messiah? So any red dude, according to you, let's say, anybody who's red with horns is automatically the devil? They obviously designed it that way on purpose to make him look like a devil, because the idea is he could go good or evil. That's kind of the idea. I've seen the movies, not the current one, but I've seen the other ones. I haven't read the comics, but I've seen the movies. And, it's kind of weird that you go that way with it. You think it's a devil. You kind of sound like Adam Sandler's mom and the Water Boy. It's the devil. Everything's the devil. You ain't a cowboy. Jeez. But yeah, he's supposed to be modeled after the devil. Sure, I'll give you that. He's supposed to be modeled after the devil, but he's not supposed to be the devil. Amon Ra. You even said his name. So you know his name, so why are you literally trying to argue that? I mean, it just seems like you're trying too hard here.
Just, you sit there and you go, who writes this crap, right? Well, people actually want to go see this. I mean, this big red thing walking around talking, but all of the same stuff that you see of the, preparation for the Antichrist, rising from the ashes. These are all quotes that are in the trailer. That a king is to come. He's to be the new king. This guy Hellboy's to be the new king. He rises from the ashes. I mean, just some of the stuff is just it's the same thing.
Okay. The funny thing about it, you mentioned a trailer, and this movie's literally coming out on Blu-ray and DVD now. It came out months ago in theaters. It's been out of theaters for a while, first of all. So already you're pretty wrong on this. At least for not telling people it's a Blu-ray DVD. And then we're gonna go into your thing about his quotes about a king is being born and rising from the ashes and a new Antichrist. That's the story of the movie. And what's wrong with saying a new king will be crowned? Kings have been around forever in history. It's not a new concept. The Bible didn't invent that concept, boy. It was around before then. I don't get what you're getting at. You're trying to say the new king is the devil. Really? Is that what you're getting at? Kind of funny, because doesn't God consider himself a king too? Aren't you kind of picking sides there? Aren't you kind of reaching? Aren't you kind of being a little hypocritical? Oh my God, Cowboy being hypocritical. Who would have thought of that, huh? I guess we'd never see that coming. Alright, let's get back to the video.
Over and over, right? But Hollywood and the producers of the movie will tell you that they don't believe in the Bible, right? But all this stuff is always geared towards what? It's geared towards making and glorifying Satan to make him the hero, because that's pretty much what this does, right? This demon we're supposed to believe is
You're not supposed to believe he's anything. That's literally his name, Cowboy. I don't know how much clearer you can make it. You're literally reading his wiki page. That's his name. That's his character origin. Yeah, he's made to look like the devil. They're not glorifying the devil. If anything, if you watch the movies, you realize a lot of people don't like him. They don't trust him. Some like him. Some see him like as a hero, and some see him as cool. But a lot of people think he's gonna destroy the world. Oh man, this dude is. Oh, look, the shit that comes out of your mouth, Cowboy. You got me face palming over here, man. I can sip of my big red, man. I need a drink. That was a lot of bullshit to swallow. You're over here and you're talking about how they don't believe. Who said these people don't believe in the Bible, God? Some of them probably do. Do you know the people personally that made this movie? Because I don't. And even if they didn't, what does it matter? The Bible's a story, dude. It's a story. If you made King Arthur and put a King Arthur character and had Excalibur in there, it's the same thing, man. It's public domain, bro. You not know Snow White, stuff like that. You don't control it. No one controls it. No one owns it. So anybody can make any story they want. I can make a story, and I'm actually considering making one. And by the way, Cowboy, not to give you inspiration, but I'm surprised you haven't gone after Preacher yet. It's about to end. You don't want to talk about that? About God and this guy going to hunt him down. They can literally control people with the word of God. I thought you might like to talk about how that's programming people. It's a comic from the 90s too. Funny you didn't think about that, huh? Yeah, let's get back to the video.
Rama. Why not just call the thing Ra and put a picture of Aleister Crowley on his chest? I mean, unreal. So let's look at this. There's some of the images from the actual trailer. Okay, because what they talk about is witchcraft and sorcery. Of course, I mean, why wouldn't they talk about it? Because it's so original. We haven't heard that before. They're not trying to indoctrinate people and make the witches and the Satanists and everyone look.
You're the one trying to make the witches and the Satanists look bad. You talk about putting them in cages, you stupid idiot, man-child. What else can I call you? I'm running out of insults here. Without resorting to just curse words. You idiot, man-child, fuckhead, intolerant, douchebag, piece of garbage, scumbag, grifter, conman, lying sack of shit. How's that work for you, Cowboy? That's right, I'm talking shit about you now. So fucking what, You've said a lot of shit on these things. Yeah, but you're talking about magic and sorcery, like, that's no surprise, it's been done before. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock, it's been done damn near everything. What's your fucking point? You gonna sit here and tell me all the magic and sorcery stuff program you for Wiccans and Satanists? Shh. You're retarded. You even talk about here, why don't they just call him, put the symbol of Ra on his chest and call him Crowley? Because his name is Amon Ra. Do you not get that? I mean, what are you thinking right now? They literally, I can't spell it out plainer to you. I don't know the guy who wrote the comic. His name's Mike Magalia, I think. That's his name. Why don't you read some quotes of the dude? He'll probably tell you how he got the name, man. You know, games are kind of important in media, but you think too hard about things, don't you? You reach for these little clues. Let's go back to your video. Let's see what you have to say. Ready?
Cool and pretty amazing stuff. But it starts. They're summoning him. They're doing a satanic ritual. Okay, out in a place that's supposed to look like Stonehenge, and oh, here comes this baby, this big red baby who was chosen to come here and fulfill prophecy. And what do they show? They show this guy walking, of course, on what? The black and white Masonic checkerboard, right? Of course he's walking on it. What else would he be walking on? I mean, how about hardwood floors? Anyone still like hardwood floors? Barely see those.
Oh. Look, I don't have time to go watch every movie and show and look for black and white Masonic checkerboards. I don't think they're Masonic anyway. I mean, have you watched Twin Peaks? You know, in the Black Lodge, they have a black and white floor, but that place is supposed to be evil. Figured you'd get off on that. And what does it matter anyway? What does it mean? Think about it. What does it matter if they have black and white checkerboards? Do you ever think maybe they just thought it looked cool? Maybe the guy making the sets, maybe they had to use a set and it was cheaper? And you talk about the red hand coming up. Yeah, that's the way he came. They're doing the money control. What's your point? What is a story, dude? Do you not understand how fiction works? I don't even know what I'm doing in a way. I feel like I'm talking in the wall. I guess I'm trying to show how crazy, and I think I'm just going to make myself crazier. But here I go again. I'm double dipping, yo.
Anymore? I mean, I know they're a little bit dated, but what about a rug, right? If people used to like a rug, get out of the shower, instead of, the floor being cold, you got a nice cozy rug. Yeah, sure, they attract a lot of germs. You spill something on that rug, you're screwed. But you might think maybe one of these producers or directors would be like, you know what? I'm feeling rug today. I'm feeling rug. How about just a plain beige rug? Green rug? All right. Hunter green? Sure. No. It's the...
Maybe they just didn't want to put a rug. That's all I got to say. This dude is just all over the place to me.
The same thing over and over and over. And that's, of course, because Hollywood is all brought to you by Freemasonry and the buddies over at Bagel Ville who run and control. So they'll show you...
Bagel Ville. And now we have your famous little code word that you don't have the balls or guts or courage to actually say. We know you're talking about Jews. You're talking about Jewish people. But you don't want to get slammed for hate speech, do you? Do you, cowboy? That's what you don't want to get slammed, do you? But we know you're just an anti-Semite, too. I forgot. Did I mention that? I'm pretty sure I mentioned that. So, I've scooted up a little here. Shot on shitty video from your boy, the man with no life. Yeah, man. Yeah, you talk about Bagel Ville. You talk about it a lot, man. I know your codes. It's not even that hard to figure out. You talk about codes. You little anti-Semite fucker, you. How come? How come you just don't say it? How come you just don't say it there, Carl? You got no problem talking about trans people, saying they promote transhumanism, and they're just lizard reptilian and trying to teach people, and that tolerance is going to lead to Satanism, accepting Satanists. One of your favorite points, one of your hilarious quotes of, this promoting tolerance is going to lead to acceptance of Satanists, and it's like, so what? Satanists aren't bad guys, you dummy. They're not Nazis, you moron. We live in a free society, you idiot. That's why idiots like you with weirded saved videos can say whatever you want. But you don't have the guts to say that, do you? You're just going to keep on using your little slang word. Okay, let's go back to the video. We know you're just a coward.
Him on the black and white Masonic checkerboard. If you're not somebody who's familiar and you're new to the channel,
I'm new to the channel.
In every town in America, these people will preach and tell you that they're nice, wonderful people. I'm not saying that there aren't people who have joined Freemasonry that aren't good people, but it's a corrupt organization. The higher you rise within Freemasonry, you learn that Lucifer is God. They use the term God because they deceive people into wanting them to think that they're actually Christian, and they're not. They're not. They do.
Just like I would say, there's probably people that are subscribed to you that maybe are truthers that aren't complete nut job, insane, transphobic, homophobic, anti-Semitic people that want to cage up paganists and Wiccans and Satanists atheist and anyone who's not Christian, basically. I'd say there's good people in there. But the farther you go on down the rabbit hole of this cycle of videos, the more bullshit you're going to hear spewed. And eventually, I think you're going to have one of two options. You can either start believing the bullshit, and then you start going fully down the rabbit hole, or you can say, fuck the bullshit, and, well, there's a lot of options. You go there, you could leave his channel, you could do like me and make fun of him. I haven't gone down the rabbit hole. I'm not a follower of this fool. I found him by accident when I was looking up Aleister Black theme songs and moves, and I get a recommended from him, and I just, from the thing there, that started my quest. I'm on a quest, man, to debunk this dumbass. A man with no life. The only quest he has in his life. I mean, other than video games, stuff like that. Let's continue.
Do not follow Jesus Christ, okay? Which means they do not have salvation. And again, for the millionth time, anything, anything labeled a secret society or secret group, there's nothing good going on there, right? What are they keeping secret? Why is it such a secret? Why don't you just come out and tell us if you're not doing anything bad? Oh, right, because we were all born yesterday. So you get your Masonic checkerboard. Of course, in the they say we need a king, and the king will rise from the ashes. I wonder who they could be referencing. I mean, maybe
Oof. Oh man, you were just some kind of weird guy, call boy. Why do you need to have a secret club? It's evil no matter what. Is that really what you're going with? That's like something someone would say, like an adult would say to a kid when they have a secret club, like in 10 years old. Like, you can't understand why people would have a club. Isn't church kind of a club? Isn't religion kind of a club? Oh, well, you must be going up the evil then too, and you want religion? See how that can work both ways, you little jerk ass? By the way, the whole thing of someone needing secrets that he doesn't seem to understand, I know a guy who thinks exactly that. He even said, and I quote on this, and I'm 100% serious, if when I get married, me and my wife, we're not gonna have any locked doors there. I don't need privacy. I only need privacy if you're up to something bad. That's his quote. And he's talking about the ashes of a king coming up. I think he's trying to say it's the devil. Which it could be, because it's a movie, man. It's a movie. My God, do you not understand the concept of a movie? A fictional concept. Not everything is pressing an agenda. There are allegories. There are illusions. There are things you can interpret, but that doesn't mean all of them are pushing something. Let's continue.
Oh, maybe they're just referencing Tony Danza. I mean, what are we supposed to believe? I mean, this isn't supposed to...
You said from the ashes a king, not a boss, you idiot. You didn't even get the joke right. Man, you're terrible.
Be Satan rising from the ashes or anything like that. I mean, it's only called Hellboy, for crying out loud, right? So as they say these things about Satan rising from the ashes, what do we see? We see him making out with this woman as they're just, I mean, I don't know, maybe they called Adam Levine from Maroon 5 because it looks just like his video. They're just having blood dumped on their head as they make out, right? And this is your protagonist in the film. This is your hero, this big red goof. This is your hero. Blood dripping on him, making...
So much bullshit I can barely keep track, honestly. I feel like I'm drowning in bullshit here with the stuff this dude says. He's talking about Adam Levine, this video. You mean the one he wants to be a serial killer, I think? He said, oh, the movie's called Hellboy, of course. What do you think? Yeah, he's supposed to be from hell. He's summoned. He's a demon. He looks like the devil. These are the facts of the movie. You talk about this blood kiss. It's obviously part of the movie. What is your point, man? The book you like to worship has a story about a man offering his daughters to be raped by a group of people instead of two angels. And then that's town being destroyed. That man has $2. Then this man and his two daughters, then leaving that town, and them getting him drunk. His daughters, getting him drunk, so we will have sex with them. They rape their father. They drink their father drunk and rape him. This is the story. The book you follow. And you're gonna complain about somebody kissing in blood? I'd say that's a little less gross. It's still gross, but maybe you want to sit there and not throw. What's the quote here? Oh, throw stones in glass houses. Oh, that's from the Bible too, there, brother. Ooh, I know my stuff.
Out, having the blood bath. These are all images and imagery that they're constantly using and constantly showing you for a reason. Because once your brain becomes desensitized to these things, it becomes accepting, and these things aren't shocking anymore. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if somebody was just to join something and they were like, oh, well, we do this blood bath. Oh, okay, well, they've seen it 8 trillion times in every music video and every...
8 trillion times. Just think about that number for a minute. This man is claiming you see something 8 trillion times. I don't think I've seen anything 8 trillion times. Not even as long as I've lived. I don't think I've watched an adult movies of any kind 8 trillion times. And I've watched a lot. I don't think I've played games 8 trillion times. I don't think I've eaten 8 trillion times. Yet this dude thinks you've seen something. Let's get back to the video.
Movie. I'm sure they might be off-put at first, but they're desensitized. It's not shocking to them anymore because they've seen these things. They've seen the repetition and the symbols and the signs and these rituals ingrained in their minds.
It's kind of funny you say that there, callboy, because again, you could apply the same logic to your religion. And a lot of the abhorrent, horrible things that are written in the book that you seem to follow so well. Of your little guy you're following, the guy that's good, remember, the good guy, trying to get a man that killed his son, I referenced this earlier, destroying a town full of people because he couldn't find one good man in there, and he found one and they took him out of town. So all the slaves that were there, because there were slaves back then, and all the people, all the babies and children, I guess they weren't good either. Ain't no logic. And he destroyed the town with meteors. Oh, but it gets worse. The good man's wife was told not to look back at the town when it was being struck, and she did, and she was turned to a pillar of salt just for looking back. That doesn't even cover the stuff of like in your book, the same good guy you follow, the good guy. You going in there and it's talking about how he's telling people you can go sack a town, go kill all these people, kill all the men you want, but you can take the women to be used, to be your slaves of a certain age. That's a literal quote, dude. I'm not exact quote, but that's the exact translation. This is the stuff in your book that you follow, man. And if you think I'm being unfair, because you're like, oh, well, why are you going to pick on me for being a Christian? Well, you constantly hate on Satanists. I'm not a Satanist, but you hate on Satanists. And I'm not hating on you. I'm using your hypocritical logic here. Because you're taking a movie, you're saying something about how it's desensitized people. My point is, you could desensitize people. All the stuff that happens in that book, all the stuff that's messed up, and it already kind of works. You've got a fan base. You've got a cult, I would say. Most of them are occultists that sit here and they say all kinds of horrible things. They basically say things about how they want God, how they want to stop Satanists and Wiccans and just disgusting things in general. They're also very homophobic and transphobic, and it's just that in general stupid too. So I can say, you showed them all this crap so many times, they already got used to it. They're brainwashed by it. See how that works both ways?
Okay, it's been ingrained in them because they see these things and their brain is in a sleeping state, alpha state, and all this stuff.
Ah, yes. You're not woke enough. I hear that a lot from your fan base. I read it a lot. You're woke, you're asleep. If I sit there and comment on any of them and I say, you guys are crazy for thinking this, you're just reaching, they will say to me, you're not woke, you're still asleep. Huh? Yeah, that's a good argument. You can use that term for anything again. I can say you're the asleep ones. Yeah, brain's asleep. Let's get back to the video. I feel like I'm rambling.
Was just getting pumped into their brain without them stopping and thinking and saying, what are they showing me here? Your brain, it's going too fast. It's clip, clip, clip. I said it in a previous video. These YouTube guys who are like big famous YouTubers, there's a reason that they jump cut, right? And they just talk and then without even a space or a second, they're onto another subject and they just keep going. It's so that you can't process any of it. Just like with these trailers. It's just jump, 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 jump. You can't process it, right?
I'm not jump cutting going to another subject. I'm focusing on the one subject at hand. I don't know how to jump cut anyway. Like I said, I have no editing skills or I'm too lazy to get them. So I'm not going to jump cut anything, little callboy. But more importantly than that, you talk about how it's trying to teach you so you don't focus on anything. You talk about trailer. Trailers are trying not to show you too much parts of the movie. So it's not spoiled for you, so you go to see it, so it entices you enough. That's the whole point of trailers. They're a sale job. That's all they are. Excuse me. They're to sell. They're there to sell. They're there to promote. They're there to promote and sell. Damn, I'm talking like I'm drunk, and I'm not even drunk. What is going on?
With these music videos, jump, jump, jump. Quick cuts. Don't let your brain, don't let anything in your head start to wake up to think about what you're hearing, let it just all soak into the back of your mind, right? So we get this, we get the of course the blood baptism, we get Lucifer or whatever you want to call it, Hellboy, right? Raising hell here on earth, but he's the good guy, he's the hero, he's gonna save humanity, right?
You talk about repetition, you're repeating the same points. Where are you going with this, man? You keep repeating yourself, and repeating yourself, and repeating yourself, and repeating yourself. You see how annoying it is? They call him Hellboy. Good. You read your Wikipedia article. You know his name. You know Amon Ra. Did you say Amon Ra? Yeah, you said Amon Ra. Okay. I mean, what do you even want me to say right now? How stupid you are? You read a Wikipedia article and you can't even grasp the concept of it? That you still think you're being lied to? I don't know, man. I'm just going.
I mean, I'm surprised they don't just come out and say the enemy is Jesus Christ in the trailer, because I'm sure there'll be some undertones about he does say something about prophecy, mocking prophecy.
Okay, little call boy. Newsflash to you: Christianity doesn't get to own prophecy. There are not only religions before Christianity that have prophecies, there are many religions that have them now after Christianity, and even besides that, prophecy itself is literally just something that's supposed to be foretold, foreseen, the future. You get it? You get it? You don't get to claim that. That's not something that any religion or any person can claim, okay? I don't care what you think. You don't have the right to claim that. How egotistical are you right now? You're going to claim, prophecy, they're mocking. That's not mocking your religion, dummy. That's not how it works. You know? Oh, it is exhausting. This feels like a lot less fun than I thought it would be.
In one of the trailers, too. But, I mean, they might as well just have Jesus as the enemy, right? Instead of, like, some... I mean, you just might as well, because that's just the point we're getting to, where we see this stuff over and over. Then they bring in witches and sorcerers and all this stuff, and they're like, oh, these people are cool, too. Oh, this is just normal stuff, folks. So cool, so tough, the big bad Satan, I mean, it's amazing. It's the same thing over and over. And like I said, who really is going to go and sit through this? I mean, what?
Just like you keep repeating the same stuff over and over and over and over. Just like I'm repeating the stuff that I'm repeating about you. You see how we're caught in a loop here, man? It's like, loops are the worst. Time loops. I feel like I'm Doctor Strange, man. Okay, so, a few things. First of all, Jesus the enemy. Why would he be trying to Jesus if he's supposed to be the good guy? Jesus is always presented as a good guy. Have they ever made him a bad guy in any movie? I would like you to tell me one movie where he's been a bad guy. If anything, Satan's been the bad guy in lots of movies. I have yet to see many ways of the hero. If you want to call Hellboy Satan, go ahead and call him Satan, and he's a good guy. That's free movies where he's a good guy. And Jesus is a good guy in every movie, and Satan's a bad guy in nearly every movie. Or at least every religious movie. And as far as your, who would go to see it? It didn't do good box office numbers, man. It did pretty bad. But some people went to see it, and I would have went to see it probably if I wanted to and had the money, and there weren't better options. People want to see it. People like action. I think I've almost had enough of your bullshit. I'm going to watch a little more and give...
If you don't have anything better to do than, I mean, look at the plot. Hellboy works for the BPRD, an international non-governmental agency, and for himself against dark forces, including Nazis and witches. Well, of course. So he fights against Nazis, so that makes him the good guy, right? I mean, I'm surprised they put he fights against witches. I guess they're going to say that there's bad witches and good witches, right? Just like the witches who troll my channel. They're like, there's good witches and good magic. Yeah. No, don't think so.
They troll your channel. You went into a live stream with one and started a stupid argument and basically started insulting them, you idiots. I know about that story. Ooh, I know. And as far as your story, I'm done. I can't take any more of the bullshit, guys. Basically, I pretty much said what I gotta say. He's gonna keep redeeming himself. Name of the video, by the way, is Satan is a Queer, his video. And that's a dumb name, too, because it's not even Satan. And what do you question Satan's sexuality? What does it matter? He's a fictional character, you idiot. But anyway, as far as what he just said about him fighting Nazis, he's surprised they haven't fighting witches. Witches are usually portrayed as evil in movies. Not Wiccans, but witches themselves. To this day, most people think witches are evil. Because they don't consider Wiccan a religion. That's the kind of thing that your channel starts to help spread. Is intolerance bullshit. But regardless of that, they made him fight Nazis because he's a good guy. They're not throwing anybody off. They're making a movie about a good guy, you know? I'm surprised you don't support the Nazis. They were Christian, you jabroni, but I'm done. You know, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Have an excellent day.